Today I'm going to be removing the beaded box braids I did in my last video, going through a full wash day with you guys, and then I'm going to show you how I achieved this long braided ponytail. My name is Izzy and welcome to the video. By this point I had the braids in for about a month and a half, so you could see my hair starting to separate from the braids and it was getting really fuzzy and it was just time to move on. It was time to take them out. So I started by removing the beads. For that I just put my finger between the hair and the elastic band and then snipped it with a pair of scissors, took off the elastic band and then pulled the beads from the braids, and I did that until I got all of the beads off. I forgot to mention earlier that I decided to take these beads out at night. So when I started this process, it was like maybe 11 p.m. and very quickly I started to realize that this was not a good idea. The braids took a lot longer than I thought they would just to get out, and then my arm started to hurt. It started to get annoying. So this is me. After taking out a few braids, I would put that section of hair into bantu knots. So this is me working on the very last one, just twisting it away so it's easier to deal with, and then making my way to the shower, where I then undid those bantu knots halfway. So I kind of just left the twists in and I started to wet my hair with water. I always make sure my hair is very saturated with water before I apply my shampoo. And today we're using the Tresemme Clean and Replenish shampoo. I've been using this one for a while. Actually, I've been using Tresemme shampoo and conditioner for a very long time. I had a lot of product buildup, I guess, from the Mayel curling cluster that I used before just to put the braids in. So I ended up having to use a bit more shampoo than I normally would, and I realized that it wasn't getting very sudsy or, you know, all bubbly like shampoo does, and I really do think that's because of all of the curling custard. So I just went back in a while ago and applied some more shampoo. But I usually massage my scalp first and then just run the shampoo down the length of my hair very gently. And I'm going in now with a shampoo brush or a scalp massaging brush just to help lift up any of the residue that might be left on my scalp before I go in and rinse. Next, I'm going to be using the Tresemme Anti-Breakage conditioner, and I'm using a pretty generous amount. I hadn't washed my hair in, I don't know, well, over a month. Using me, so maybe like 5 weeks or something. So I'm trying to put in a whole lot of moisture in my hair and really allow the conditioner to seep through all of my strands. So I'm very gently separating the hair, so I'll take 2 sections at a time and just part them to get out any major knots or any major knots, and then I'll twist away that section and then just do the exact same thing to the other section. I'm not gonna be detangling at this point just because I want the conditioner to get a chance to really soak its way through my hair. It really does help with detangling, so I'm giving it a chance to kind of work its magic before I go in with the brush. Once I have all the sections in bantu knots, I'm gonna apply a shower cap, and then I noticed that there's a hole, so I'm going to apply another shower cap over that one, and then my microfiber towel just to help trap in all of that heat so it really penetrates through each of my strands. And I usually leave these things in for way longer than I'm supposed to. I had this in for like 2 whole hours before I went back into the shower and took everything off to rinse my hair. But before I rinse out the conditioner, I separate the bantu knots into 2 sections, and then I go in with my detangle brush and get out all of those little snags and knots, which was actually pretty easy. I realized that this brush just kind of glides through my hair, especially when I have conditioner in it, so it didn't take much time or effort for me to be able to detangle that section. The Tresemme conditioner really does add a lot of slip and helps to make my hair more manageable, but in addition to this brush, my detangling process was a lot shorter this time, and also I didn't have as much shed hair as I normally would. So I'm going to be linking the brush in the description below so that you guys can get one for yourselves as well. After repeating those exact steps to the rest of my head, here we have all of my chunky twists, and then I'm going to be rinsing out all of the conditioner. Whether it's shampoo or conditioner, I always ensure that all of the product is out of my hair before moving on to the next step. To the next step. After all the conditioner is rinsed out, I'm going in with the Hawaiian Ginger Moisturizing Hair Bottle by Miel or Miel. I've heard people call it Miel, but I feel like, I don't know, I pronounce it Miel. Anyway, I'm raking that through all of my hair just like I did with the other products. It is supposed to be moisturizing, but I don't personally feel like it offers enough moisture to my hair. There's not a lot of slip. It doesn't help with detangling or anything as far as I'm aware. I've probably used this like 2 or 3 times and I get the same results all the time. Not particularly impressed, but I just don't have any other moisturizer in the house, so this is what we're gonna be using. Twisting that entire section up, and then I'm gonna do the same thing to the rest of my hair. The next product I'm using is the Miracle Mix by Black People Hair Care. This has a ton of great ingredients in there like shea butter, aloe vera gel, coconut oil, avocado oil, castor oil, and the list goes on. It smells really good and it makes my hair feel so soft, and it does help with manageability as well. So I'm raking that through my hair and ensuring that it's coated on every single strand just like I always do. And I know I didn't say it before, but after I put in the Hawaiian Ginger Moisturizing Hair Bottle, I had put on a steam cap for about maybe 20 minutes, just to give it a chance to do what it says it's supposed to do, and then I actually went in with the hair bottle. So at this point it was like after 3 in the morning, zine. So early the next morning is when I continued doing my hair. I slept in my satin scarf and satin bonnet as usual. My face is looking kind of puffy, but like, I just woke up, guys. This is what I look like. The twist also had a lot of excess product and some water in there still, so I used a microfiber towel to get rid of some of that before moving on. And I'm gonna be separating all of those twists before parting off the front section of my hair. After parting off the front section of my hair, I'm going to be applying some olive oil eco styler gel along the roots or the base of the hair, and then I'm going to be combing it in very gently with a tail comb, and that's just to help everything stay in place for longer. Usually I would just go ahead with a flat twist without adding any gel, but I've been keeping in hairstyles for a lot longer lately, so I'm hoping that this can last me 3 or 4 weeks, and the gel is just going to help to keep it neat for a longer period of time. And after doing 2 flat twists on one side, I'm going to be repeating the same thing on the other side. Pin up the top back-ish section of my head and then address the undercut. Since it's really short and still growing out, I'm going to be applying gel all throughout that section and then combing it out so that it can stay as smooth as the rest of the hair. I'm also applying a scrunchie to it from now so that it can be kind of stretched for when I'm ready to smooth it down. And there's my mother in the background. I'm taking some of the same Eco Styler gel and applying it to the rest of my hair and then raking it down with the Detangle brush. This is like a pre-brushing to just keep everything roughly in place before I smooth it down with another brush. But like I said, I'm trying to have this style last for a couple weeks. So you're gonna see me apply a bit more gel and then brush it down even more. Once I'm satisfied with how smooth the top section of my hair is, I'm going to be parting the puff in two and then doing one plait on either side. This is going to make it so much easier when I'm actually applying the ponytail because all my hair is going to be tucked out of the way. So after the two plaits are done, I'm just going to wrap them around each other and then slide them under the scrunchie. Then again with my eco gel, I'm using a toothbrush to just do my edges a little bit. I don't do my edges as often as I used to do because they're so delicate and they're so thin, but I've been paying special attention to them and I'm being really gentle, so I think it's okay for today. Now to make sure that my edge is dry in place, I'm gonna be putting on my satin scarf and tying it at the front. This really just holds everything down so that they stay and they don't get frizzy too soon. And then I'm gonna take my ponytail, which I actually made off camera from the night before. It's fairly long, but it's really simple. It was just a braid attached to a scrunchie. And to apply it to my hair, I'm putting it on from the top so that when I bring it down, it's covering my little bun. And then I'm going to be using 2 or 3 hairpins just to hold it in place so that my hair is not showing. And I've been really into beads lately, so I'm using this hairpin to apply 6 blue beads to the end of the ponytail. Lastly, I'm going to be adding something else to the style. These really cute blue scrunchies that I also got from Black People Hair Care. They are velvet, so they're really soft, and I think they just add something, I don't know, something a bit special to the hairstyle. I couldn't decide at first, but then I just decided to use all 3. So I'm going with the dark blue first, and then like the medium blue and the light blue, so I have like a nice gradient of scrunchies, and I was pretty satisfied with how they looked. And I was quite satisfied with the overall final look of this hairstyle. This is the longest ponytail that I've done. I really do have a thing for ponytails. I think they're so cute and so versatile. It did get kind of fuzzy where I attached the ponytail to my hair, and this was at the end of the day. But I still wanted to share this final look with you guys. I also want to thank you so much for making it to the end of the video. Big up yourself, and you will see me next time.